Hello there, fellow braves. I am Fogsy, or Dimsy, and this is an entire playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn New Game Plus, Ultra Hard difficulty, and what a playthrough it is. So far so good. I haven't died yet, or anything like that, but I suspect that I am gonna struggle quite a bit trying to play this game. Today we are rocking the Nora Protector set. Yes. Whew, got that one right. And we are going to partake in the proving. Sup, Teb? So, we're just gonna follow this path here. Nice indeed. I actually completely agree with you, Aloy. I just had to chill for a bit and partake of some, Nora culture. Just appreciate, I mean, true, we are an outcast, and this isn't exactly our home, but it is the closest thing to home we have. Or, I think home isn't the right word.
Why do you have to go climbing houses?
Oh, not supposed to go climbing on other people's roofs, huh?
The entertainment, the dancing, the beer.
Get down from there, now!
Oh, that's just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head!
What I want is for you to climb down!
What you want is for me to have no fun at all.
Fine! Stay up on the roof all night if you want.
Yeah, I will! She can't tell me what to do.
Who's gonna win the proving? Who cares? I just pray to all mother.
Looks like a couple is arguing a little bit. A little bit. I guess this guy has had a drink or two.
Jarg the Climber. It is not
Hey,
my
who
name.
am I to judge?
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone.
I like this better
In the
than the
beginning.
proving itself.
All life came from All Mother.
This presentation is actually pretty good. She retells kind of their,
Her children.
I guess, you know, Nora mythology. She retells the story of how their goddess came to be.
Some,
And where all life came from.
though they took
How it was formed. I guess you could call it a creation tale.
Aloy, over here.
Oh, it's you.
Come on over, Aloy.
Karst? What are you doing here?
Careful. Pretend like we've never met. I wasn't supposed to trade with outcasts in the wilds, remember?
How could I forget? And how generous of you to talk to me now.
Don't be like that. You know I'll be rooting for you in the proving tomorrow. Can't wait to see the looks on some of these faces when you win. And if you need any last-minute supplies, I'm your man.
So, Mother's Heart. I thought you preferred the wilds.
Well, man can't drink alone all the time, can he? Truth is, I get lonely once in a while. There, I admitted it. Don't think less of me.
I won't hold it against you. If you give me a discount.
You can't be.
I'm joking, Karst. It's good to see you.
Don't go soft on me.
You're the one who's going soft. I'm a Freudian slip.
All right, let's do this.
Nope, no added stuff here either. I think I know what's going on.
Always happy to take your shards.
Alright. Nice meeting you again, Karst, I guess. Looks like there's a commotion up ahead.
In a moment, we shall bless the proving. But first, we have guests to welcome.
For 2 years, we have been at peace with Akarja. It is time to restore our bonds of trade with Meridian. These envoys come to us under a banner of peace.
Peace. It's peace.
An enunciation of gratitude written
Killers
by the
and
hand
slavers!
of
Yeah!
Sun King Avad.
Killers and slavers!
Hey!
Luminance of
Hold your fruit, Nora. Nora Faithful, hold your fruit. Now I'm Azaram, not Karja, so I'll put it to you straight. The 13th Sun King was a murderous bung. Oh, he was. He was a tyrant and a monster. He raided my tribe for blood sacrifice, just like yours. My own sister was taken. I hated the Karja. But the 13th king is dead. 2 years now. And who killed him? The 14th.
Yeah.
Not because he lusted for power, but because someone had to put an end to his father's atrocities.
Yeah!
The message that this poor priest means to read is an apology. Straight from the lips of the 14th king. So please, can't you lend him your ears?
Thank you. An enunciation of gratitude written by the hand of Sun King Avad, 14th luminance of the Radiant Line. People
Looks like it's
of the
on
Nora,
old man.
We shouldn't
on
let these
the
Karja
eve of
outsiders
your
pollute our
proving,
sacred land.
no, the Karja
Unknown
stand
device?
with
I'm
you.
with High Matriarch
As the
Lanzar.
sun's light
We shouldn't let those
frames
Karja
the
outsiders pollute our
stoutest
sacred
trees.
land.
As those
How
you
am I
have
supposed to
nurtured
He's
enjoy
wearing a
myself with
focus.
this
take their
bloodthirsty
place
Just like
Karja
mine.
leaders
among your
hanging about
graves.
profaning the land?
We join your
You're the only
prayers.
other person I've ever seen wearing a focus. Where did you get yours?
What? A Nora? Wearing one of these? That's impossible. Your tribe fears the old places, forbids them.
Who says I'm like other Nora?
Why, I guess you're not. If you've gone delving in the ruins of the metal world.
What's wrong?
Apologies. A malfunction.
Oh, Lynn, you making friends with locals, are we?
I'll come back.
Wait.
No, we'll talk later. Have to go.
Whoa. Well, I guess he's more hungover than I thought. Hey, you got the same trinket that Olin has on his head. Since when did those become fashionable?
His name is Olin? Who is he? And where did he get one of these?
He's just a scrounger with friends in high places. Now, he spends half his time digging for artifacts, the other half drinking or dicing. As for the trinket, well, I guess he dug it up somewhere. Just a weird old jewel he sticks on his face. I mean, no offense. It looks great on you.
Charmed.
I thought your friend was gonna go down in a hail of fruit, but you really calmed the crowd.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I could do it. The Nora is still pissed with the Karja about the Red Raids. And who can blame them?
I wanted to ask you something else.
If you want. But I'll also be around after that blessing thing, if that'd be a better time to talk.
I never heard anything about red raids growing up. What were those?
Your tribe was at war and you didn't even know? I mean, were you kept hidden away? Did you have overprotective parents or something?
I grew up as an outcast, shunned by the tribe.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the Nora do that. That seems cruel, if you ask me. But even an outcast knows about the derangement of the machines, right? How they get deadlier every year?
Well, the mad Sun King figured if he spilled enough blood to the Sun God, it would calm the machines. Didn't work. But for years, he raided the tribes and took captives for sacrifice. My sister among them. The Nora put up a good fight, but lives were lost.
Your sister was taken captive and sacrificed. That's terrible.
Captive, yes. Sacrificed, no. It takes more than a few Carja to finish Ursa. She got away, and now she's my captain. Captain of the entire Vanguard. Favored by the Sun King himself.
How did she survive?
Oh, that's a story, all right, but it takes a while to tell. Maybe another time over a drink or three? Or just come to Meridian and meet her yourself. I think you'd like each other. You're both rather, direct.
Yeah, hey, you're a smooth talker, man.
You said the machines have been getting more dangerous every year.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you that, right?
First I've heard of it.
Oh, well, sorry. I just assumed everyone knew. Well, the way I hear it, 15, 20 years ago, the machines weren't always pissed off like they are now. When a hunter came at them, they'd spook and run. So it was hard to take them down, but not dangerous, so long as he was smart enough to jump out of the way. But then the derangement starts up and everything changes. Now, when a hunter fires a shot, the machines snarl and charge right at him. A few more years pass and they start attacking people on sight. Going anywhere becomes a major risk. If that wasn't bad enough, entirely new kinds of machines start showing up. Bigger, meaner, and heavily armed.
Like the Sawtooth.
Yeah, 10 years ago, that one. But every couple of years or so, something worse comes along. Believe me.
So what's making it happen?
And no one knows. And the machines, well, they aren't telling.
If the Karja have such a cruel history, how did you end up serving them?
The last king and his men were butchers. But the new king wants peace. There's nothing cruel about that. Besides, the Karja don't just fight, they build. Look, take Meridian. Next to it, everything else is just a bunch of sticks and stones.
Just how big is Meridian? What's it like?
Where do I even start? My tribesmen are masters of the forge, the best tinkers in the world. But when it comes to building, the Karja have us beat. The city soars over a canyon with more bridges than the Nora have roads and buildings tall as mountains. And across the valley stands the spire, like a blade thrust into the sky reflecting the sun. You really owe it yourself to see it. So consider that a challenge. Or an invitation.
So what happened? How did it all end?
The Mad King's own son united Karja rebels with Oseram freebooters. And together we did the impossible, took back Meridian and killed the crazy old king. So now the son sits on the throne and it's a big improvement. Under Avad, there's no more sacrifices, no more slavery. People from all tribes are welcome in Meridian now, even Nora exiles. You really should come visit.
Who are the Oseram?
Oh, that's my tribe, far to the northwest. We're good at three things: arguing, working steel, and brewing.
And freebooters. What are those?
I guess you could say we were mercenaries, warriors for pay. Except a lot more loyal than that makes us sound. Avad couldn't have taken down his father without our metal and muscle. And now some of us serve proudly as his personal vanguard.
I want to ask you about something you said before.
Ask away.
I've never seen armor like yours before.
You've never seen Vanguard steel? Well, let me introduce you. Ring-locked, impact-protected, sturdy enough to choke a sawtooth. It has to be. The Vanguard of the Sun King's best. Life-takers and machine breakers to a one. It might even give a Nora warmaid like you more trouble than she can handle.
With all that metal to slow you down? I doubt it.
Yeah, hard to say. From where I'm standing, looks like a pretty even match.
What else do you know about Olin?
Is he really that interesting? I'm starting to get jealous. Well, he scours the wilds for ruins, digs up stuff, and sells it to nobles. When he's not scrounging, he's scouting. Exactly the skills you want the man guiding your expedition to have. I've known him for a few years. He's a loyal companion, cares for his family, holds his drink well enough. I like him, but besides that, not much to tell.
I should make my way to the blessing.
Yeah. Look, maybe I shouldn't say this, but it's obvious that you don't belong in this backwater. I mean, you're smart. You're obviously capable, and, well, I mean, look at you.
What are you talking about?
You know what. All right, if you ever visit Meridian, look me up. I'll show you around, make introductions. It'll be a whole new life, if you want it. Anyway, I have to go to that blessing thing, too, so, see you around, maybe?
Errand. Always a pleasure. He will end up being, I guess you could call him a close compatriot throughout our journey in the world of Horizon. What the hell? What do they call their little patch of dirt? I mean, the Nora lands and the Embrace, that belongs to the Nora. Karja. I mean, technically they are still, you know, at the kind of Stone Age mentality level when it comes to their society and how their, you know, civic structure is comprised. So I guess, you know, they wouldn't maybe have even the slightest idea what a nation would be and what borders are. Well, I mean, they do have borders, so that's what I'm saying. Wait, what do they call all this?
Start the blessing when all aspirants are in place.
I'm just curious, you know. I'm just curious to know if there's a name, if they're given, you know, all their little planets a name, or all the known lands at least, or if I'm just rambling once again. Oh my god, stop, shut up. Let's take our place here. Here. There's no prompt. Why is there no prompt? Do I need to talk to someone first? Oh, I'm an idiot.
Aloy, take your place right there. The prayer lantern is yours. I made it for you.
Blasphemy. Sisters. Aspirants, before each of you sits a prayer lantern crafted by your mother. In her honor, light its flame.
Well, since we didn't know our mother, it would be kind of weird to light it for her. Lighting it for myself, a bit egocentric, but for Rost, would make a lot of sense. He's the closest thing we have to a mother. He's our parent, so for Rost, this may be a matriarch, a very, you know, woman-oriented society, but fuck it. Rost will make do. So for Rost.
In honor of Rost. And all he did to help me get here.
All Mother, hear our prayer. What is the child but a mother's hope that takes flight? A glowing flame that climbs the air, set free to the wind, sailing the sky till it fades and falls. So, from one to another, passes the chain of love.
There's Olin. I have some questions for him.
Man, we're still just talking. Woo! It's gonna be a long episode.
Forgive them, for I surely won't. We're supposed to forget what the Karja did to our
I love how they all just lined up for me to talk to them. Oh, thank God. I didn't have to run around and chase them down.
Shame that musician didn't come
Aloy,
back this year.
now that the blessing has been made, you and I finally have a moment to speak. I hope the ceremony wasn't too unpleasant for you, given your circumstances.
On my first playthrough, I actually picked. I hated it. It's kind of, you know, I just felt like it made sense for her to be kind of angry and pissed at the world, you know. But this time around, it meant nothing. Well, that is actually true. It doesn't really mean anything, because... You know what, let's go with the... I found it beautiful. Because there was still something special about dedicating that, that lantern to Rost.
I can't say it was comfortable, but I could see the beauty of the ritual, even so.
It takes a generous heart, Aloy, to commend a ritual that venerates all that you were denied.
All I'm saying is that it didn't bother me. I have bigger things to worry about than hearing the Nora mumble about their mothers.
I see. I imagine you must have questions for me then.
Oh, I do.
Why was I made an outcast at birth, Tirsa? What crime could I have committed even before I was born?
Aloy, this is not a question I can answer.
Why not? It's simple enough. And what about my mother? Is she here tonight, watching me? Or is she dead? Is she here? Or nowhere?
I am sure your mother is here with us, if only in spirit.
That's not really an answer, is it? Just so you know, Tirsa, the reason I'm here is to get answers. Real ones. And when I win the proving, I will demand them.
I know, Aloy. I would expect nothing less.
What about Rost? Why was he made an outcast?
So, he never told you?
He said he swore an oath never to speak of it.
Yes. As did I, and the other matriarchs. I'm sorry, Aloy, but Rost's past is another secret I must keep from you.
What else is new? It surprises me the tribe lets outcasts run in the proving. It's not like the Nora to be so hospitable.
It has always been law that any child outcast has this right, as a means to rejoin the tribe. So far as I know, however, you are the first ever to exercise this right.
I'm not surprised. I doubt many outcast children survive long enough in the wilds to come of age.
I think, rather, it is because child outcasts are so rare. In all my years, I've only known of one other child who was cast out. A boy of 13, who killed his mother. But at the proving 5 years later, he did not appear.
No. I'd be surprised if he survived very long on his own.
But at least he had a chance. Other tribes would have simply executed him. It may be hard for you to accept, Aloy, but the practice of shunning is, relatively speaking, humane.
Oh, is it? Try it out for 18 years, Tirsa, and then let me know what you think. Ross told me that matriarchs don't just lead the tribe. What else do you do?
We teach, offer counsel, give blessings. When necessary, we judge. Our only concern is the welfare of the tribe. Among our number this year, we count 3 high matriarchs and some 30 lesser matriarchs.
What's the difference?
Matriarchs are grandmothers with 2 generations of living progeny. But a high matriarch is a great-grandmother with 3 or more generations to her name. Thus do we speak for generations, lending our opinions weight. The high matriarchs most of all.
So, the more children you have, the more authority you get? I guess that's one way to decide who leads a tribe.
Why would there be any other?
Why indeed. Although I do feel like Aloy kind of misrepresented what she just said. I mean, it's not really that, you know, how many kids a woman has, but rather how many generations she's been able to foster and care for. Kind of makes sense. I mean, the way Aloy put it made it sound like all this is kind of silly, but you can kind of see, you know, some kind of practical reason for why they would adopt such a, I guess, governmental system for their tribe. I mean, women who are matriarchs have kids, and then their kids have kids, and then their kids have kids, and thus they are granted the status of high matriarch. And along that path, I can imagine that they've spent a lot of years, you know, experiencing a lot of things. They've probably been, you know, advisors for their children, their children's children, etc., etc. They've heard a lot of things. They've experienced shit. They've probably been, you know, delivering babies. So maybe they're, I don't know, amateur medicine men, or I guess medicine women. I wouldn't call them shamans, but I would say that they're somewhat knowledgeable in the art of healing. So yeah, Aloy is kind of dismissive of the whole idea, but I mean, I can see some practical sense. Just it makes sense to me in a way, absolutely. But all right, so Lancera is one of the high matriarchs, and she apparently hates Aloy. Why? Why?
Why does Lancera hate me so much?
She is a woman of extreme opinions. More than that, I cannot say.
It's not my fault that I was born, or that the matriarchs decided to cast me out.
I side with you in this matter, but there are differences of opinion, and any vote of the High Matriarchs requires a majority.
Huh.
I should be going. I'm sorry if I've been too harsh. It's just, I've wanted answers for so long.
I know, child. You're not the only one who's waited years for this day. I will be praying for your success.
Don't pray. Fucking, you know, sneak me some extra arrows or something. Help me. God damn it. Prayer. That doesn't help me. Erend. We already talked to him, but fuck it.
That blessing wasn't bad. Nice and short, anyway. But I know a half-dozen Oseram tinkers who could put on a better fireworks show. Oops. I hope I'm not throwing a wet blanket on your sacred ritual. It was nice. Really.
I don't think we have anything new to ask. Nope.
I want to ask you about something you...
Ask away. Yeah, well, good luck in that proving thing. Maybe I'll see you in Meridian someday. Who knows?
Wow, the lip syncing just went to shit there, didn't it? Goddamn. Yo, Irid. Here we have I guess a sun priest? I guess that's what they're called. Let's talk to him.
Your blessing was most illuminating. I've never seen its like. A rare gift indeed.
But you don't believe in Allmother, do you?
Usually the distance between our tribes shrouds Nora ways from Karja eyes. But here among you, I see a beauty that shines true. Perhaps Naman is right after all, that the sun's light brightens all lands and all peoples.
Who's Naman?
One of my brethren, who believes the sky is wide enough for the faiths of all tribes.
Who are you, Sun Priest?
I am the Reverend Irid. The glory of the Karja is the sun's glory, reflected. We Sun Priests are but glimmers of its great light.
You just said a lot, but you didn't tell me anything.
My apologies. My duty is to carry out the will of the sun, by serving its emissary among us, the Sun King. I comfort those who walk by the light of day, and I travel to those in far reaches, whom the light barely touches, bearing warmth.
So you live in Meridian?
I do. Where better to mark the sun's divine passage than where the sandstone glows in the light of its passing? I was raised in the Mesa's great shade, its wild bird markets and metal cellars, spices and colored silks.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, you should behold it. And you can if you make the journey. At His Luminance's order, we have flung its gates open to all.
Any Nora who leaves the sacred land becomes an exile. But hey, who knows where I'll end up. Did you come all this way just to deliver your Sun King's speech?
It is my duty, and also my honor, to carry the light of atonement to those we overshadowed and wronged. I swallowed my fear, but it re-emerged. I am glad Erend van Guardsman made this journey. He is my shield, a good man.
Why were the Karja at war with the Nora?
Under the 13th Sun King, the Karja had no peace with any tribe. His luminance has sent those days to dusk. We must renew the light that binds us, though few volunteered to come here.
The Nora scare you. They're good at making people feel unwelcome.
It's said one soldier died for every Nora taken alive. But I see you can be as calm as you are fierce.
Who is the Sun King you speak for?
His Luminance Avad is the 14th king of the Radiant Line. His light envelops the sky and everything beneath it. He is the chosen of the sun. By his divine rule, we are given sight and purpose.
You speak highly of him. Do you know him well?
By his nature, he is unknowable and infallible. We are his instruments, not his companions. I have been in his presence, but we draw down our hoods so as not to behold his light directly.
He's the sun, he has total power, and no friends. That couldn't go wrong.
You know, I just gotta say... Oh my god, I almost... oh my god, I almost swallowed in the wrong... in the wrong... hole there, lol. Ooh. Anyways... I just wanted to point out, you know, I found it really annoying that they didn't edit out his inhales. That was just... I don't know. Why? Why? Why didn't they just... I don't know. That pet peeve, I know.
If your Sun Kings are so infallible, how do you explain the crimes of the last king?
Well, the sun's glory is a great and brazen crown for a vessel as small as a man. If the vessel is flawed, indeed in the burial caves, one can see the skulls of the past kings are cracked, trialed and fired in the sun's kiln. That can be too much for any man to bear, even a ruler of men.
So the sun can make bad choices like anyone else?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Has there ever been a Sun Queen?
Many wives and consorts, of course. Or, oh, you mean for the sun to choose a queen? This has not happened.
Why not?
The sun is masculine, of course, and so would choose its heirs thus.
It's a light in the sky. I've never seen anything dangling from it. I don't know if you've noticed, but women run things around here.
Well, Avad took a woman as captain of his vanguard, the first to hold such an honor.
You mean Aaron's sister, Ursa. From what he told me, she sounds formidable.
Oh, formidable indeed. A woman, and an outsider as well.
She might make a fine Sun Queen, given a chance.
A sun... Oh, no. No.
Looks like he's made up his mind, huh?
This has been illuminating, but I should get going.
You have already been blessed, but may the dawn find you, the day warm you, and the dusk have light to guide your path.
Thanks, Yurid. I don't despise you, man. I don't despise you. Oh, man. This is beautiful. This is absolutely breathtaking. I wish the cities looked like this. I wish that this was how every streetlight looked. Man, aesthetics, man. I'm telling you, they matter. Ah, right. We have to go to the Hunter's Lodge in order to start everything. Alright, good.
Hello, Olin.
You know my name? Ah, guess Aaron told you.
Why did you act so strange when we spoke earlier?
Must be this festival. I'm really not one for crowds. Maybe I should just turn in.
Stop dodging my questions.
All right, cool your fire. I got nothing to hide.
I've never seen anyone else with a focus. Where exactly did you find it?
In a ruin, north of the Claim. That's our name for the Oseram homeland. Up there, the metal seams run deep. Steel giants half buried in loose soil. Forgotten caves that the old ones bored into mountain rock. Your eyes just lit up.
I found my focus in a cave just like you're describing. A ruin of the old ones.
If you've delved yourself, you know as much as I do. Go to those places for answers. Not me.
When we spoke earlier, you winced, then looked like you were in pain. Or frightened. Did your focus show you something?
It didn't show me anything. I told you. It malfunctioned. Happens all the time.
He's a bit evasive there. He's a bit defensive. What's up, man? Why are you lying to me?
You're not a very convincing liar.
Do you always accuse people you've just met of lying?
Only the ones who aren't telling the truth.
Fire and spit, girl. I'm a plain hammered man with nothing to hide. You don't believe me? That's your trouble, not mine.
What are you doing here, Olin? Why come to Norland?
Aaron needed a scout for his expedition, and a second for his drinking. That's all. Someone to stop the Sun Priest getting lost. When all this is over, I'm back to delving ruins, rummaging for scrap, scrounging up trinkets to sell.
So you're an explorer?
Just another Outlander, girl. A man's gotta make his shards. I just make mine in service to the King's court. That's all.
Easy, broski, easy. Man, I mean nothing by it, alright? I mean, I may have sounded a bit accusatory, but it's all good. We're friends here. Chill.
I don't understand. We have this device in common, but you can't wait to stop talking to me.
I already have all the friends I need, girl. I don't need the bother.
I'm used to being shunned by the tribe. I thought you'd be different.
It's nothing personal. It really isn't. You should... try to enjoy yourself tonight. Big day tomorrow. Always best to make every day count.
Yeah, I feel you, girl. I feel you. Alright, well in that case, let's make our way to the lodge house, where we will, I guess, tuck in for the night. Looks like Nora tribesmen and women are complaining about the Karja being here. Still some animosity between the tribes because, well, the Karja did raid these lands and take, they took human sacrifices, so, you know what? I think they're justified in being just a tad bit pissed. I honestly do.
They do this every year.
There's the lodge house. And, well, I mean, I guess technically it's just called a lodge. Why do I keep calling it a lodge house? What's wrong with me? Anyways, honestly, I did not expect all of this, like, talking and feasting and all this whole prelude to the proving to take this long. I mean, goddamn, I was really expecting to get the proving over and done with in this episode, but nope. that didn't happen. Well, that's fine. We'll do it in the next episode. Until then, you know, be cool, be safe, look to your left and then to your right when crossing a road, or, you know, vice versa if you're in a country where cars drive on the opposite sides of the roads, so that you have to like compensate for that when you're looking before you cross the road, so that you don't get hit by the cars. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? God damn. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.